Take me back to the 90s. Take me back to the 90s where we cared less, but loved more. Here, we glorified our past, where we went out and played real games outside, before the time flew by. Before the new millennium crept in while we were sleeping, altering the basis of what tender love and care really was. We grew up with very little household rules, because we understood the consequences that would ensure had we not followed the ones that were already in place. Society had rules, and still do to this day. We grew up embellished in love. We grew up knowing never to judge. TV actually taught us things. Cartoons where we'd learn math or English in the songs we sang. Late nights risking it all because we're supposed to be in bed. But all that came on, and all that mattered was that we watched the latest episode. We didn't have Twitter. We didn't have Facebook. Who was Mark? MySpace wasn't even in its beginning stages. Snapchat didn't even have a place to start. Instead, we might have had AIM. Or we might have borrowed our parents' usernames. We never knew what Xbox was. PlayStation 1 was just starting to blossom. Nintendo was our heart. Sad now, it's like fossils, and computer games ruled. Of course, after our homework was done. Or maybe we used computer games to help with our homework. Number munchers, word munchers, math blaster. The teachers lasted. Because we loved them, they knew what we wanted without even asking. They made things happen. School was more than boring lectures. Recess was a thing. Like 30 to 40 minutes of playtime to give rest to our brains. 90s movies. The Hackers, Disclosure, Enemy of State was life. Space Jam. Oh, Space Jam. How badly I wanted to be like Mike. Every day trying to brush up on my skills. Sadly, they never take flight. But as a 90s kid, imagination was like 90% of our life. Dream it. Wish it. Do it. Be it. Be it. Hide and seek how I never wanted to. Had to make yourselves practically invisible for 10 minutes max. Or just long enough to catch a break, and then make a dash for base. Tag! You're it! If you couldn't quite make it, catch me if you can. The games we played as kids make you want to be there again. 90s friends. Savage like Ben, but strong writers. Every boy wanted a girl like Topanga. She was strong and a writer. We was learning life through the lifestyle of Boy Meets World. Just so like we could be ready. When boy meets the world, and then boy meets girl, and girl have kid, and the kid grows up, and in the world he lives, this world, the current one. The hosts are once great nation, the one that is smoke and mirrors, the one that was meant to be a great creation, yet somehow, somewhere we've all changed the meaning of our existence to chastising and hating each other. Hating each other got me constantly questioning where's the love. Freedom is not free, but it costs action more expensive now. Take me back to the 90s, where things weren't as bad. Take me back to the 90s, where I was young and less sad. Take me back to the 90s, where having fun meant having fun. Take me back to the 90s, the perfect era to raise kids in. Take me back to the 90s. At least there, the world